Everyone knows the blue gem and the Kami, but did you know about the Sky Mandela Spiral, the white fall guy, or the fake hot rod? In this video, I'm sharing a ton of unique CS2 skin patterns that most players have never seen before. And better yet, many of them are surprisingly affordable, making them a great way to upgrade your loadout without breaking the bank. So let's jump in with one of my favorite skins in the game, the MP9 Mount Fuji from the Riptide case. Seed 441 features a triple sun pattern with one sun on the play side, one on the stock, and another visible on the opposite side during the inspect. The AWP Silk Tiger also has a hidden gem. Pattern 300 places two central tigers in a yin-yang formation at the center of the design that really elevates this skin in my opinion. Next up is the Glock Grinder, released all the way back in 2014 with Operation Vanguard. While it usually appears quite silver because of the large geometric spiral that dominates the mesh, some rare seeds like 916 are almost entirely black. If you're building a black and white loadout, this is an incredibly niche find. And while most players know about the infamous Kami pattern, did you know the P2000 Oceanic has its own version? That's seed 857. Now if you want to pick up any of these skins, this video's sponsor, SkinSwap, is giving you a skin worth up to $50 entirely for free whenever you do your first trade and use my referral code. If you want to refresh your loadout, you can trade your skins for brand new ones in just a couple of seconds. Plus, their market tab now integrates cheap listings from Chinese sites so you can access the best prices without the need for a Chinese ID or bank account. They accept deposits via crypto, MasterCard, and Visa. If you want to cash out, SkinSwap makes that simple too with instant sell options to PayPal or crypto. On top of that, they run free daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways with the chance to earn extra entries simply by trading. Use the link below for a 3% lifetime sales bonus and a free skin worth up to $50. Big thanks to SkinSwap for supporting the channel. The AWP paw is usually a chaotic jumble of pets, but pattern number 41 features a golden cat smack bang in the middle of the body. This is extremely rare, and personally I've never actually seen one in-game. Definitely makes me think of the golden lucky cat. Of course, the Daybreak is a pretty expensive skin nowadays, going for over $500 even in field tested. But if you've got a bit of extra cash, you could look for a scented sun pattern like seed 479 to make it even more striking. Back to the Sky Mandela I mentioned earlier, and not only do we have the spiral pattern 427, but the sun pattern with seed 503 pretty much inverts the colors entirely to be predominantly pink instead of purple. I'm seriously considering picking one of these up for my loadout. While we're on the Galils, did you know that the Phoenix Blacklight actually has a purple Phoenix head within the pattern mesh? I genuinely didn't before making this video, but pattern 755 looks pretty incredible. The description of the Glock 18 Moonrise is look for the North Star, because on certain patterns there's a little star you can see here at the top of the handle. And this is actually a very affordable skin at just $3 factory new, making this one of the cheapest options on the list. This is the pattern mesh for the UMP Minotaur's Labyrinth, and as you can see, there's only a single Minotaur that appears on the entire design. Most UMPs therefore won't even feature it, but the best seeds like 980 have it centered. And the good news is, when I've looked in the past, I was able to find similar patterns without much overpay. The Mac 10 Last Dive has never been one of my favorite skins, but pattern 386 with its centered skull is certainly helping its case. And there's actually a couple of cool variations here, like seed 407 with the diver helmet, or 509 with the skull, diver helmet, snake, and shell. Very Dave the Dead inspired, and honestly I can see this appealing to quite a lot of players. The P250 Nevermore also hides a surprise. Pattern 73 features a raven on the center of the handle behind the trigger. I don't often see people running this skin, but this is a really cool find. The P2000 Acid Etched is packed with interesting options. It has a ton of unique patterns, so I suggest taking a look at some of them yourself, but I personally like seed 269 with its clover on the stock. Otherwise, if there's a particular color you like, you can find a predominantly blue or purple pattern, or even predominantly green. Unfortunately, this fake hot rod pattern is stuck on a shotgun, but the brake light creates a convincing fake hot rod appearance with seed 29 and would also be a great clean base for sticker crafts. Next up is the XM Elegant Vines from the 2021 Mirage collection with its scented rose pattern 827. Once again, there is only one rose on the entire pattern mesh, so this is extremely rare. And if you're enjoying the video, be sure to subscribe for more CS2 skins content. Now I must admit, I didn't even know this next skin existed before making this video, let alone have interesting patterns. But the Nova Windblown from the Snakebite case has a specific seed that shows the dandelion field, full sky, and bird at the front of the barrel. For a mil spec, that's pretty solid. Another AWP now, and the pop is a bit of fun with seed number 826. This pattern creates what looks like a red Among Us crewmate at the front of the gun, just above the bipod. You might have already seen the scented sun pattern for the sun in Leo, and maybe you even know about the double suns. But what about the triple sun pattern number 12, or better yet, the 4 sun pattern 420? That's proper collector territory. The last limited edition item, the M4A1S Solitude, obviously Obviously has a number of interesting mountain and clouds patterns, but most people don't realize there's also gold variants. Seed 304, for instance, creates that kintsugi-like effect with gold outlines running throughout the design, while seed number 12 kind of looks like flowing lava. The AWP Electric Hive typically has a mix of red and blue hexagons. However, there are some max blue patterns like 273, which pretty much removes all of the red ones, except on the inspect. On the opposite end, the max red patterns like 253 are much more common and probably won't drive much overpay. I'm giving away a pair of Sport Gloves Omega in Field Tested this month. For your chance to win, simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment. I'll pick the winner on June 30th. Good luck! I never paid much attention to the caution skins until recently, when I discovered the white Fall Guy pattern. Seed 614 reveals a small falling ragdoll icon on the grip, while also aligning the caution text horizontally rather than diagonally. If you're building a pink loadout, the XXTonicXx features an extremely vibrant pink pattern on seed 443. Or if you prefer to see the yeah right text, take a look at pattern 775. Another XM skin worth mentioning is the Seasons. It has a really beautiful fade pattern 390 with the full color spectrum. Or for a more monotone option, there's also the Autumn Fade with pattern seed 80. The CZ polymer, while not a very popular weapon, has its own hidden gem with the max sign seed 329. This pattern matches up very nicely with the trigger. And if for some reason you actually use the MP5, the Lab Rats has the rare Big Mama Rat pattern with a large red rat on the barrel of the gun with seed 952.
I can't, why is it called that? Big Mama Rat.
I still kind of hate this one though. The next skin isn't pattern based at all, but the crocodile on the Galil Galligator from the new Dead Hand collection actually gets a mustache at high battle scarred floats. I think it's pretty funny. And while we're talking about floats, let's look at a few other skins that change dramatically with wear. Both the AWP Asimov and AWP Desert Hydra develop black scopes above a 0.99 float, a feature that some collectors absolutely love. The Glock Ramsey's Reach reveals what looks like a mummy's tomb across the barrel, and then both the AWP Black Nile and M4A4 Edgelord both turn from a gunmetal grey to a copper-like finish. The P90 Scarab Rush reveals ancient text on the stock, while the Tech 9 Hades turns Spartan helmets into skulls. Finally, the P90 Death Gaze displays the text Lies scratched all over the gun at higher wears. If you like CS2 skins and enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe and check out one of these videos next. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.